Hi everyone, I'm Blake Carver, Systems Administrator at Lyricus, and today I'm going to make a short video tutorial about how to install and configure external Solr for ArchivesSpace. There's several different ways to run external Solr. Today we're going to install it and run it locally, but you could host it in the cloud. There are cloud providers that do Solr hosting as well. You could use Ansible or another configuration management tool. And you can use a Docker container. There are official Docker containers available for different versions of Solr. So let's jump right in and see what it takes. If you're already running ArchivesSpace, you're going to need to make sure it's stopped. Then we're going to install Solr. We're going to create a config set using the provided files. We're going to set up a Solr core, and then it'll be time to start ArchivesSpace. And then, of course, you just have to wait for your ArchivesSpace to reindex. So let's go ahead and give that a shot here. I'm doing this on the Macintosh operating system. So I'm going to install this in the opt directory, so /opt. You can install it wherever you want, but it's pretty much standard to have it installed in the /opt directory. You can download it either via wget or another command line tool or using your browser. And then we're going to need to expand that tar file or that zip file. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this named Solr-8.10.1. You could rename that to Solr or anything else you want. So after that's been extracted, we end up with a bunch of files that look something like this. So we're going to create a config set, and that's just a set of configuration files that come with ArchivesSpace. So first of all, we're going to need to create that directory so Solr knows where to find it. And then I have them already downloaded to my desktop here. So I'm going to copy them over into that directory that we just created. So now it's time to start Solr. It just takes a little while to start, and by default, it starts up on port 8983. ArchivesSpace is set up to use that default port. So now we can use the following command to create a Solr core for ArchivesSpace to use. And I'm probably going to see an error here. Yes, this error is fine. I already had that created, so that's just sort of a warning. And that's about all it takes. If I had an ArchivesSpace ready to go, I could start that up and just watch the logs to make sure everything worked correctly. All these links here will be in the show notes on YouTube. And if all that worked, well, nothing much changes. Since Solr is all in the back end of ArchivesSpace, you should be able to go ahead and check out your site, and it should look exactly the same. So there are resources available. You can check out the official docs from Solr at solr.apache.org, as well as the technical documentation written specifically for ArchivesSpace. And if you are an ArchivesSpace member, you are eligible for tech support on this. And you can see the archivespace.org site for information on both membership and technical support. And if you have any general questions about this or anything, you can email archivespacehome@lyricus.org. Thanks.